Hello viewers, welcome to Kids Auto and Truck Repair. Today we have a 2021 Porsche Macan Sport. The customer complaint on this vehicle is the brake light remains on the dash while the engine is running. So she wants to know if the brakes are worn out or maybe there is a malfunction somewhere in the brake system. She told me that she got her brakes done last year. It hasn't been a while, but the brake light came back on. So in this video, we're gonna figure out why the brake light is on. So Matt and I were talking about this. Actually, behind the camera, we have cameraman Matt. Matt and I were talking about this. We were like, is it a Porsche or is it a Porsche? So let us know if it's a Porsche or Porsche. We already got the engine, the hood popped. So I'm going to open the hood. Let's see where this hood latch is. Oh, check this out. This has a 3.0 liter engine. Pretty nice. Let's pop this. Let me go grab the under hood light. We got some light. Pretty nice. I mean, this vehicle is in great condition. Everything looks nice and shiny under the hood. Yeah, pretty powerful engine. So we're gonna put this back. We are not here to look at the engine. How does this thing go? All right, just like that. So now let's go in the vehicle. I'm gonna start the engine. We're gonna show you the light that's remaining on the dash, and then we will do some tests. Look how nice this Porsche is. Nice, look, it says Porsche in the headlight. Isn't that sweet? Look at the engine. This is the power. Matt, do you like Porsches? Yeah? Would you buy one? No? Come on. Matt likes Porsches, but he wouldn't buy one. Oh my goodness. Look how nice this is. I like it. I would buy one. Very nice, very clean. She keeps it very clean. So now we're gonna start the engine. So I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna press the brake. So as you can hear, the engine is running. So Matt is gonna show you the dash. As you can see, the brake light remains on, and then we have a message on the dash. So that's customer's complaint confirmed. So that's the sound of the power. This vehicle has 84,000 miles, 680. Not a lot of miles. So I'm gonna turn off the engine. I'm gonna turn the key on. I got the scan tool dongle connected to the vehicle already. Let's scan all the control units on the vehicle to see why the brake light is remaining on the dash. So this is a Porsche. Let's auto ID the vehicle. Right there, 2021 Porsche Macan S with a 3.0 liter turbo. Let's do a code scan. Let's scan all the control units on the vehicle and see what we got. So right off the bat, we have 0 codes in the engine computer, so that's good. No codes in the transmission control unit, no codes in the anti-lock brakes control unit. So all these control units over here do not have codes in them. That's good. The 4-wheel drive control unit has a code, all-wheel drive, oil service life extended. Interesting. Let's see. This is a pretty clean car. She keeps it pretty clean compared to some of the cars we've been getting lately. Matt is shaking his head behind the camera. We were working on this car, we couldn't even breathe in it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, this is clean. I like working on clean cars. Come on, guys, clean your vehicle before you send it to a shop, okay? I mean, hopefully none of our community members here on YouTube do that kind of stuff. I'm sure you guys are really clean and neat and organized. The interesting thing is there are no codes in the ABS control unit because the brake light that's remaining on the dash that should be part of the ABS control unit. So let's scroll down and see if we have anything. Oh, we have some codes in the instrument panel. So we have a code in the all-wheel drive control unit. The code is 000121, oil service life extended. And then we have one code in the gateway module. It's 000603, load switch off. And then we got three codes in the instrument panel. 00A026, warning brake pad. Okay, so usually when you see this warning brake pad code, that's usually caused by defective brake pad wear sensors. I believe there are sensors on the brake pads on this vehicle. When those sensors go bad, they can cause this code to be set. Now, the customer told me that she got her brakes done about a year ago. So I wonder if those brakes are failing, or maybe the sensors are failing. I wonder if they changed the sensors. So we're gonna have to look. So first code is 00A026, and then second one is 00A2212, warning doors / front lid open when driving. Interesting. Was the hood open at some point while she was driving? And then last one is 008226, warning key nut in vehicle. What? Keys right here. Anyways, so, and then we have rear lead. There's one code in the rear lead control unit. Tone generator, short circuit to ground. And then there's a code in the PCM, Porsche communication management, satellite radio tuner deactivated. Okay, so, you know, what's causing the brake light to remain on the dash is this 00A026 code, the code that says warning brake pad. So now what we're gonna do is, this is pretty self-explanatory. It's either the brake pads are worn out or the sensors that lets the instrument cluster and the ABS control unit know that the pads are worn are defective. It's either the sensors, the brake pad wear sensors are worn out, or the pads themselves. So now I'm going to lift up the vehicle. We're going to remove the wheels. Let's check our brake pad wear sensors, and then we'll go from there. So now I'm going to lift up the vehicle. So the vehicle is sitting pretty up in the air. There is something that Matt saw that I want to show you guys over here. So when we drove the vehicle in the shop, Matt pointed out this. As you can see, there is a red wire sticking out of the rim over here. So I believe this is the wire from the brake wear sensor, the brake pad wear sensor. So I'm going to remove the wheel so we can see if we can find it. Actually, there's a wheel lock over here. So I gotta find this socket, and then I'll bring you guys back up. I found the key for the wheel, so we're gonna take the tire off. The lug nuts on this one are 19 millimeter nuts, bolts. Man, this tire is heavy. All right, so check this out. Yeah, that's it. Actually, I might have to lower. Let me turn the steering knuckle first. I'm gonna lower the vehicle a little bit. Actually, she's gonna need rotors, because there's a little ridge over here. I don't know if the camera will be able to pick it up. There's a little ridge right there. Yeah, right here.
You can see it definitely right here.
You can see it, right? Yeah, look at that. Yeah, she's gonna need new rotors. And you see how the friction surface is dark? Yeah, let me lower the vehicle a little bit so I can show you. Yeah, this is the wire on the brake wear sensor. I hope Matt can see this. So look at this, Matt. So we have, oh, look at, both of them are broken. We got both. See these two wires here? They're supposed to go to the brake wear sensor. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so they go right there. There's a connector here. Yeah, so this is the problem. So now I believe there's only one sensor in the front and then there's another one in the back. Let's go to the back and see, let's see what side the one in the back is. Because in terms of the thickness of the pad, actually, let's check this while we're here. Actually, the pad is also kind of, looks like she's gonna need rotors and pads. Look at the pad. Yeah, you see that? So let's see, we're gonna use this gauge over here to check the rotor, to check the pads. Yeah, it's coming. Can you see that? So it's definitely in the yellow, 5 millimeter. So her pads are not too bad, but I'm gonna recommend replacing these rotors. And you know, when you replace rotors, knowing how thin these pads are becoming, I would recommend replacing rotors and pads and these pad wear sensors. So let's go to the back and see where the sensor is. Okay, the sensor is right here. Let me remove the tire. Let's take the tire off on this side. Okay, now come and check this side. So here's the sensor on this side. Can you see? You might have to come on this side over here. This is the brake wear sensor. The sensor on this side is good. Okay, and then the pad, let me check the pad. Actually, the pads are also not. Yeah, it looks like the last time she had her brakes fixed, they just changed the pads, not the rotor, because there's a ridge on this one too. Can you see this, Matt? I don't know if the camera can see this, but look. See that? Yep. That's a problem. So actually the pads in the back are not bad. Yeah, the pads, it looks like they just changed the brake pads. Yeah, the pads are in the yellow. So the pads in the back, the thickness of the pads in the back on the driver's side measure 6 millimeter. So 5 millimeter in the front, 6 millimeter in the back. So as you can see, the sensor over here is there. So now let's go check the other side. We don't have to remove all the tires. I mean, we are done with our diagnosis already. I'm gonna recommend, yeah, so there's a sensor on this side too. It looks like there's a sensor on all the wheels. Can you see that sensor in there, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sensor is good. Okay, now let's check here. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna look under here. Let me take a quick peek to see if we have to remove the wheel. Yeah, no, we don't have to take the tire off. There's no sensor on this side. Yeah, no need to remove the tire. There's no sensor over here. So there's only one sensor in the front, based on what I see. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. Actually, the owner of the vehicle is sitting in the waiting area. She's here. I'm gonna tell her what we found. I'll bring her in so I can show her what I'm showing you. I'm gonna recommend changing all the rotors, because even this rotor here up in the front, look, this rotor has a ridge here too. See that?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna recommend replacing all the rotors. Pads are kind of optional, but I'm gonna recommend them. Pads too. Rotors, pads, brake wear sensors. Now this is a Porsche. I'm gonna recommend OEM parts, OEM only, and then we should be good to go. So I'm gonna bring her here. I'll show her what we see. Hopefully we're gonna get the job. If not, we're gonna move on to the next vehicle. So we won't film the customer. We won't film when I'm bringing the customer in the shop, okay? So I'm gonna talk to the customer, and then I'll be right back. I did talk to the owner of the vehicle. We brought her in the shop. We showed her what's going on. She told me that she's probably gonna do the sensors for now, and then she will do the rotors and the pads later, since the pads are still thick enough to the point where she can drive a couple more miles, couple thousand miles, hopefully. So she wants to change the sensors first. I'm gonna make an estimate. I'm gonna call Porsche and get the OEM pad wear sensors, and then we will install them. We should be good to go. So she told me that she wants me to make an estimate first so she can look at it and see if she's ready to do it now, or maybe she might do it later. So I'm gonna put the wheels back on. I'm gonna drive the vehicle out of the shop. I will make an estimate. If we get the job, I will bring you guys back up so we can change these pad wear sensors. But if we don't get the job, I will still update you and let you guys know. So I'm gonna drive this out of the shop. I will let you know what the customer decides in a little bit. All right, guys, I wanna give you an update on the Porsche Macan that we were working on a couple of hours ago. The vehicle is gone. I talked to the customer. The customer told me that she doesn't wanna keep the car for a while. She wants to get rid of it. And I told her to get the brake light to go off on the dash, we're going to install OEM pad wear sensors. Aftermarket sensors won't do it. I'm speaking from experience. These European vehicles, when it comes to sensors, you have to install OEM ones. The aftermarket ones, 90% of the time, they don't work. So she didn't want to get the brakes changed, but she wanted the light to go off on the dash. I told her we can replace the brake pads wear sensors. That will take care of the light, but we have to replace them. We have to replace the sensors with the OEM ones. I sent her the estimate. She looked at it. She said, I'll think about it because I'm gonna get rid of the car very soon. It's expensive to maintain. I said, okay, just let us know when you're ready. So she left. She paid our diagnosis fee. She paid for our time. So I don't know if she's gonna bring it back, or maybe she's gonna get rid of the vehicle. So that's it. That's where we left it. I'm gonna leave this right over here too. If you have any comments, questions, criticism, leave them in the comment box. And then just out of curiosity to you guys, if some of you have had good luck with aftermarket sensors on European vehicles, let me know. I would like to know, because I mean, I like using OEM parts, not because I just want my customers to spend money, but I want quality parts. And especially when it comes to electrical and electronic components, OEM parts is the way to go. Aftermarket parts don't usually work. So let me know what you think. Leave it in the comment section. Comment, questions, criticism, leave it there. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're a subscriber coming back to watch this, I appreciate you. Cameraman Matt, thanks for being behind the camera. See you guys next time.